All right, guys, hope you're having a good day today. And I just ordered a pair of SK Tool 10-inch straight jaw groove, what they call groove joint pliers. And these are just like the KNIPEX parallel Pliers Wrench. And anybody that's familiar with these know that what's nice about them is how the jaws move parallel to one another. And what's nice about that is you can have it just one single tool with a nice range to get on nuts and bolts. But that's another thing I want to talk about. I don't use these for nuts and bolts, and I'll show you what I use them for. Now, I've got a big pair at work, and the only ones that I've got here at the house are the small pair, which is why I ordered these, because I'm going to use these here at the house for when I need them. But first, let's take a look at them. You got a nice spring-loaded push button. They are by SK. They do have lifetime warranty. One nice thing I like about them, if you look at the little nub right here, hold on a minute. If you look at this little pointer right here, it actually will point to whatever size that you want to open it up to. So if you want 1/2 inch, then you go to the 1/2 inch mark, and now you've got a 1/2 inch capacity wrench, and it will go all the way up to 2 inch. I mean, look at that. That's a pretty good range on a single pair of pliers. The one thing you do want to keep an eye open for, regardless of what brand you go with, is you want to make sure there's enough serrations here to where you can open it up, and whatever you're on, you're not spread all open like that or too close. There's some cheaper versions of these that I've seen, and the serrations are so coarse that whenever you're trying to get on a nut or a bolt, you're either opened up too far or you're closed too close. You want to be about in the middle so you can really get that hand strength on it. And these have got enough serrations, just like the KNIPEX. The KNIPEX has the perfect amount, and these SKs have the same perfect amount. Nice, comfortable handle. But I want to show you what I use these for, because a lot of people, they think, well, that's like a crescent wrench. You can just use a crescent wrench, and they're right. You can. But there's one thing that's unique about this type of tool that's very handy, other than just getting on a variety of nuts and bolts. And what that is, and what I've used them for years, is let's just take this piece right here. And let's say you've got a hat bushing that you're wanting to press into this piece, right? Whether you want to press it in this way or this way. You can take your pliers wrench, open it up to wherever you're going to need it. And since it's parallel opening, whenever it butts up, whenever the one fixed jaw butts up to the flat surface, it squares up the bushing to where now whenever you press it in, bam, there you go. So now let's do one from the inside. Now it's going to be kind of tough. Since this is not fixed to anything, I'm having to kind of fight with it. Make sure you're squared up. Your fixed jaw is up against the flat. Now this one I need to close just one notch. And there we go. Now that bushing's pressed in. Nice, fast, easy, regardless if you're pressing them in on the back or the inside. Now you can also press inserts in. Anything that's got to be pressed, up along an edge to where you can get these into, I have found that these work really, really good. So another example, we'll see if we can press, this is, I don't know, that's probably about 3/8 of an inch thick aluminum. I drilled a hole in it, and I've got a little bushing that we're going to press right into it. So again, you can open these up to whatever size you need. It squares it up, because again, the fixed jaw is on the flat surface of the material. It'll be as close to the center as possible. Just kind of give it a couple little squeezes. And then once you've driven it as far in as it'll go on the first notch, you go to this next notch. And then you just squeeze away. You want to go to the next notch. Okay. And there we have it. Nice pressed in bushing. No damage to the surface or the material. Because there's no, these are flat. There's no serrations on the teeth themselves, on the jaws, and they open and close parallel to one another. So to me, that's a perfect use to push bushings in, inserts, whatever you may need to push into along an edge of something. Nuts and bolts, I just either use a crescent or regular wrenches, or sockets. But if you need like a portable little press for stuff like this, that's where these type of tools come in. Of course, KNIPEX, you can't beat them. They're great, but they're expensive. These, like I said, was 23 bucks, lifetime warranty. They seem to work just as good as the KNIPEX. So yeah, if you need a pair of these, or you've always wanted a pair, you might check out the SK. Anyway, that's about it. Just wanted to kind of show another use for these, that I don't know how many people actually use them like this. Most people think that, it's just for nuts and bolts and for gripping stuff. If you wanted to grip, something without damaging it, that they're great for that, because they don't have no teeth in there. And bending metal and stuff, they're great for that. But a lot of people probably don't know that you can use them to press in bushings and inserts. Anyway, we're done. You guys take care. We'll see you. Stay cool. It's hot out there.